How's it going, guys? Tony from honestxboxreviews.com. Taking a look today at Dovetail Games Euro Fishing, which releases on the Xbox One on June 10th, which is tomorrow when I'm recording this. But I'll probably put it up on the Friday, so it'll probably be released today, so I'm confused and everything. It's kind of been one of those games that I've had an eye on for like a month or so now. I saw this kind of pop on the Xbox store. I've kind of tweeted that out, and ever since then I've kind of followed them on Twitter and kind of, kept up to date with it. Kind of saw a delay. I think it was a few weeks back while it's going through certification, but yesterday they kind of announced that it was going to be released on June 10th. Sent me a review code over, so I was playing most of it last night, so I thought I'd get a little bit of gameplay up for those who kind of haven't heard of it or kind of just want a little look at it before it releases, see if it's worth the cash and let them make up their own mind. You've got a few modes to play with. It's got single player as well as online, which is kind of strange because you don't normally get online play with those smaller games that release on the console when they're kind of, I guess, classed as indie games. It's certainly the more realistic side of fishing rather than the arcade stuff. We've kind of seen stuff like steak and bass fishing, which I was a huge fan of. And fishing for me has kind of been something that I've always wanted to kind of dip back into and kind of go to again. But I never kind of, when I was taught it by my dad, it was kind of never to the point where I was taught about all the setting up of the rods and stuff like that. So it was always something to me that kind of put it to one side and never went out and did it. So thankfully this is kind of the easy option for me. I can do the fishing, and all the stuff set up for me, and kind of I can enjoy it still that way and still get the buzz of catching the fish and whatnot. And from, like I say, we're operating kind of like, I'd say, about 3 to 4 hours so far. It's been enjoyable. It's kind of, it's nice and relaxing to just sit there and just play a game that's not, not about shooting or, solving puzzles. It's just sitting there, casting your rod out and waiting for your fish to bite, and that's it. So it certainly is not going to be to everyone's taste. They've always got them all those other kind of games like Farming Simulator that's kind of, it has its own audience for it. So it's certainly going to be for that, but for me at least, it's one that I can see myself playing more of, even after the review when it goes up on the blog next week. So like I say, we've got a few modes. We've got single player, which you get like an academy which teaches you the ropes. So even for the novice fisherman, you can kind of, learn how to cast out and stuff like that, and kind of learn, how to put the bait on, all that kind of stuff. So that teaches you. It takes like 10 minutes, and that once you've learned that, that's it. You're away. Then you've got stuff like challenges, which kind of reminded me a bit like Tiger Woods stuff. If you kind of play Tiger Woods, when they have like little fun modes in it, where you got to cast out into certain spots and you score points, which has leaderboards as well. So if you're a leaderboard fan, you've kind of got all that to go back to. Then you've got a thing called freedom fishing, which basically you just go into a pond or wherever and just casting out and just setting it all, messing about with the settings. What time of night, what time of day you want to fish, how long for, all that kind of stuff, and just catching fish. It's that simple. Like I say, then you've got online, which offers tournaments as well as just online play with your friends. So it's nice to see that it's kind of offering that, and hopefully that makes the game last a bit longer. Because normally you can get to these games and kind of, kind of dulls out after a little bit when you've only got like single player stuff. So online play, fishing with friends while you're talking to them, it'd probably be nice to kind of have a look, see how that goes out. So yeah, that's about it. Like I say, from the feeling I've got, it's kind of, if you've played the golf club on the console when that released, it kind of feels like the fishing equivalent of that. It's kind of, it's the more serious side, but it's also let the novice in and kind of, teach them how to play and whatnot. So, it's still enjoyable for those who kind of haven't done fishing before or kind of always wanted to do it, but kind of worried about, like me, setting the stuff up. You still get that enjoyable part out of it. And then you've got your tackle box as well, where you can buy like certain stuff with the points that you earn by, getting XP and stuff like that. So yeah, what I'll do, like I say, is let you have a look at some gameplay for yourself, make up your own mind for when it releases on June 10th. If you want to see any more footage, let me know in the comments below. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, with a link in the description box below as well. Just thanks for watching. I'm back in soon with another video. Bye.